generally speaking, like Ralph knows some things, and then like you don't.
This is
Generally.
not.
Just like a
I find that to be
blanket
true as well.
statement,
I forgot I'm supposed to tell you this before the show, but like I'm the hero of the show.
I didn't realize.
That's the that's the industry term.
I apologize.
I'm the hero.
You're the
You
hero.
definitely should have told us that before.
Welcome to Almost Alpha. We got the great Ralph Garman.
Yay.
And the even greater Sarah Baker.
That felt rude.
No, but it's a compliment though. You're great.
Thanks.
And you're greater.
She's greater.
Oh boy.
I would agree.
But great is still great. Do you know what I mean?
What are you, greatest?
I'm pretty good.
Well, we'll see.
Now he can't get mad.
We'll see.
Ralph.
See how things go.
Look,
Ralph.
Betty is already ashamed of you.
Can I tell you Ralph? Because Ralph is the
already
biggest
asleep.
Adam West Batman fan.
Oh.
And in tribute to you, Ralph.
Yes.
Betty the Chihuahua.
Is wearing a Spider-Man onesie.
Because I couldn't.
Because you know of my love of Batman, you put her in a Spider-Man onesie.
But you know they say it's a thought that counts. Like I thought. Have you
You know
heard
who
of
says
this?
that? People who don't deliver the goods.
But I was like, I have a Batman outfit for her somewhere, and I just couldn't find it. I didn't look for more than 5 minutes, but
So you said, I'm going to half-ass it. That'll be a good
yeah. But it's like,
And then I'm also going to tell him about how I'm half-assing it.
but I looked thoughts,
Great.
efforts,
And then fail.
and then fail, but still
Maybe
deliver.
autobiography, isn't it? Thought, effort, fail.
Would you write that with me?
I would.
Like,
Write your autobiography
well, they all
with
got
you?
ghostwriters, you know.
Yeah.
Do you know about that?
I do, but you just announced it publicly, so he wouldn't really be a ghost.
Nobody would be fooled by the ghost.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, you kind of keep that to yourself.
No, but a lot of people's autobiographies, they go like written by like
Yeah,
George
sometimes.
Foreman. It was somebody, but sometimes they just, I have a buddy.
That's the ghost. If it's on the thing, it's not a ghost.
That's a co-author.
Yeah.
Is this true?
Yes. The ghostwriter is a ghost, so you're not supposed to know that they exist.
Yeah.
They just haunt the book, as opposed to actually being on the front page.
Right. They don't get their like credit.
So like, is there a guy out there or a woman, respectfully,
Or they, them.
Boy,
or
here
they
we go.
them, respectfully,
Right?
that is like, do you think like their mom is like, you're a stupid loser, like you went to Harvard to be like a journalist and a writer, and you don't even have a job, and then
You can tell your mom. You don't have to
you
be a
can
ghost to your mom.
oh, I thought there's some guy who's just like his mom just thinks he's a loser.
No, you just don't get credit.
Right. But you get a big check.
You get a check.
But then
You get to tell your mom.
That's right. Those are the rules.
But you don't think it's like your mom's like, how did you earn this money? And you're like, Mom, don't worry about it. Are you selling drugs? You know?
Is that where your mom goes right away when you have a good day?
Ooh.
I'm just saying.
Can we cut this part out?
Some parents might have a few other options before they get to the drug dealer. I'm just saying. I don't know. Did you have a good day at the tables in Vegas? Did you win the lottery?
Do you gamble?
I do. Yeah.
Wait, like
Incessantly.
playing cards type
Yes,
stuff?
yes. I
like poker?
I love gambling. I love poker. I love blackjack.
Oh, I like blackjack.
I love sports gaming.
Oh.
You name it. I like to bet on it.
When I was under 21, I was performing in Las Vegas, and I watched this comedian who's also out there doing blackjack, and I was like, oh no, it scared me away from ever gambling because
Why?
Because I was like, I will do this because it's all like $5 bets.
Oh, because it looks so tempting to you?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
One time I lost. I can get 7 parking tickets and be like, whatever, and the money's going to something good, or like, even when I'm broke, I'm like, whatever. But if I lost $2, my friend had like nickel poker night, and like I lost $2, and it still bothers me like 10 years later. Losing money gambling stresses me out.
Oh.
I thought this was a safe space, and you guys are being judgmental.
No, I'm just confused. Like, do you feel like shame? Like you shouldn't be doing gambling?
I don't know. I don't know. You tell me, doctor.
I'm not a doctor. I barely even play one on TV.
Have you played a doctor on
I'm
TV?
usually a nurse.
Have you played a nurse?
I played like many nurses. In fact, I played like 5 nurses in a row, and I was like, "Is this what it is?" And then I stopped.
I just want to say that was really offensive to the nursing community.
No, I love
we have a big
nurses.
audience on Almost Alpha of nurses, and Look, would you just apologize and make clear that
No,
like
I love nurses.
No, you were like, why do I have to play nurse? Like they play nurses for their lives and they save
They
lives.
don't play nurses; they're nurses.
Right.
Yes. She's an actress.
Yeah.
She plays different professions.
Yeah.
But the people who do it, Taylor, are actually performing.
Is that true?
Yeah, that's how it works.
But
Then they have ghost nurses
Right.
who will help out the other nurses, but they don't get any credit for it. And their
Whoa.
parents
see
think they're
them.
drug dealers.
Right.
Have you played a doctor?
Have
see
I
that.
played a doc? No, I think it's the one profession I haven't.
Mm.
I play mostly cops.
Oh, I could see that.
Yeah.
You have authority.
Interesting.
but
Played a
you
lot
could
of
play a doctor.
cops.
You could play kind of a mean doctor.
Yeah. A bad doctor who kills his patients.
That you'd be really good at
I
that.
know, I would. I've been a patient a couple times.
You've been a ghost. I've seen. Have you been the?
Right now?
Have I not seen you playing a ghost of a singer?
A ghost. Of
Have
a
you
singer?
when you on Jimmy Kimmel?
Oh, I did Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
Ghost on
Yeah,
Jimmy
buddy.
Kimmel Live, yeah.
Can you like?
That was like a sketch. So
What is that? Not acting?
It doesn't count.
That doesn't count.
No, I'm talking about shows.
Sarah, even though you're contrarian to me today, would you not?
You're contrarian to me always.
Miss?
You just tried to imply I don't like nurses.
you did
Yeah,
say
trying to throw her to the nurse
hardcore.
bus. Nice work.
You did say like I have to play. Let's
Are
do
you
the
looking to the people outside here for backup now? Because they're
I'm
not
looking-
part
There's
of
no one
this.
else in
We
this
don't
room.
have an audience.
They're not going to say anything.
our ghost crew.
so-
Betty, what do you think?
Oh, that poor dog.
Betty always sides with
Can we
me.
get the Betty cam? Is the Betty cam active? Can you have it on Betty? Betty, what do you think? Do you think that Sarah hates nurses?
No, Betty loves me.
Spider Betty?
Spider Betty.
Do you want her?
No, she was just so.
You know what?
evil.
You know what, Sarah? Can I tell you something? Can I just
No
tell
one
you-
loves Betty more than me.
That's true, but also can I tell you, like, I know how much you love Betty and Spider-Man, so I dressed her up like Spider-Man for you because I knew that.
It's too late, Taylor.
What are you talking?
It's
Let's
too
cut out that first part.
Too late.
She loves you so much, and I know how much you love Spider-Man, and she did this for you.
She looks kind of dismayed.
Can you
Do
say
think
thank
she
you?
doesn't like. Oh, hi, honey.
So you gave away her identity. You can't do that.
I demasked her
Ralph,
like
you're
in
the
the movie.
You're the king of podcasts and audio entertainment. Do you
Yes,
find
I
this
am.
to be a really entertaining show? What's your
So far,
yeah? What do you think?
top notch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any constructive
Congratulations.
criticism as a mentor to me in the podcasting community?
No, what you're doing is great. Just keep it up, buddy.
Can we
You know
look?
what I like to do? Prepare stuff before I do a show, but it's
No.
not for everybody.
No, it's
you know.
fun when somebody.
I'm prepared. Look
Very
at
refreshing.
get out your audio. Look at this video. Get out your ear things.
Oh.
Here's a video of Jason Statham, and we're gonna discuss this.
All right.
England's Jason Statham. He's in ninth
That's
position.
Jason Statham, the actor.
Forward 2.5 somersault with one twist, 2.8.
And when
Far
you
too
get
much
it,
forward
that's the
travel
video.
on that dive. On the left, Beverly boys.
Like that's
Intros and outros might be something you want to work on.
no.
too.
This is great.
Whoa.
We're
No
fix-
context and then no follow-up.
All right,
okay.
that's it. That's
and
a
then
video.
that happens.
So
Look.
anyway, what's your favorite role you ever played?
Jason Statham, 1990. He can do that kind of stuff. Did you know that?
I knew he was a diver before he got into
Oh.
acting. Yeah.
Where's
How
he
did you-
from?
I don't know. We
He's
didn't do
from
that much
England.
research.
I like
Oh,
to go
okay.
out on a diving board and jump off the diving board and go deep into the water. And the less water you splash, the higher they give you a grade.
That's true.
That is true.
How did you know he was
Jason
a diver?
Statham.
Because you know,
Did you
he's
play
been
him in
an
a movie?
actor. He's been an actor for 2 decades, and when they do interviews with him, they go, "You started off as an athlete. How did you get into the world of acting?" I mean, it's a common interview.
Also, I feel like generally speaking, like Ralph knows some things,
That's
and then like you don't.
This is
Generally,
not.
Just like a
I find that to be
blanket
true as well.
statement,
I
yeah.
forgot I'm supposed to tell you this before the show, but like I'm the hero of the show.
I didn't realize.
That's the
Oh.
do you know that's the industry term?
I apologize.
I'm the hero.
You're the
You
hero.
definitely should have told us that before,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
then
yeah.
we'd know to like lie and like try to figure out ways to make you look better.
Right.
Right. So we got to do a changing of
We agreed, yes,
of the
right.
power dynamic here,
Gotcha.
and I need respect.
Future guests should be informed of that before they do that.
Yeah.
Right.
I think.
My
Send out an
bad.
email.
A
A press kit.
Okay,
perhaps.
the EPK.
Yeah. Taylor Williamson's the protagonist.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So as my guests on the show, do you have like a secret identity? Is there something that like we would be surprised to know about you from back? Like, do you have a secret skill that
I see where you're going with this now.
See,
It all
you
comes-
you
it all
think I
comes
don't
full
know,
circle.
but I gotta.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Dude, what
Wow.
is your like? If I was doing a podcast with some other guests who were kinder to me, and I talked about Ralph Garman or Sarah Baker, what is your? Did you know
If
that?
you were reading our bios,
Not this is. I don't think this is on his bio. I'm saying
oh,
this
of
is
course it
beyond.
is. If you Wikipedia Jason Statham, you'll see a big chunk on his diving. Do it.
Producer Josh, will you please do
Look
your
it up.
job?
Wikipedia
boys.
Jason Statham,
But don't type
Surely
in.
it's
Don't,
on
ty-
there.
don't
and then go to early life, and then you'll see they talk all about his diving career.
just type in. Listen to Ralph. But pretend
So
I
I'm
told
saying
you
if
to.
you were to read our bios,
Yeah.
what fact would jump out at you
Yeah.
as being surprising?
Yeah.
That's how a host might ask that question on a podcast.
I'm waiting to be proven correct.
Okay.
It says
early
he's a
life.
house painter, a coal miner, and a singer in the Canary. Oh, it's his father. Oh, he was a member of Britain's national swimming squad.
Shocking.
Can we change his Wikipedia,
Stunning.
please? And before this is released, we'll change his Wikipedia and we'll erase that and make sure that's on there. Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's move on. So, what's some special skill you got that people wouldn't know about?
Wow. I'm lacking in the skill area. I
You
do
ha-
a few things just mildly well. Other than that, I just don't have any real gifts.
You have no gifts.
I don't. It's like my career. I've never done anything well enough to like make a living at it. So I've had to do like a little TV and a little radio and a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And
I
Just
literally
means
could.
you're a Renaissance man.
yeah.
I could literally answer this for you.
Oh,
What's a s- what's
What's
a
the
unique
thing that
what's a
jumps out
unique-
about me that
what's
you
a
wouldn't
unique thing
expect?
about you that someone might not know?
Talking about the hermaphrodite thing?
oh boy.
Yeah.
My
I w-
vagina? You're talking about my vagina, aren't you?
Right.
It's intersex.
Oh, is it intersex?
Intersex.
Is it offensive? But he has that though. Is that like can he be politically incorrect if he's talking about himself?
Oh, I think so.
And he uses the wrong term. I think so.
I think people can still be offended by
So-
anything.
So please go ahead and say
That's
all
the
your
magic
offensive
of it.
things about intersex.
Wait, why
people.
don't you just say what you think is impressive about Ralph?
Yeah,
Well,
what's
he
the
has
thing?
one of the most. Has one of the most prolific Adam West Batman collections in the world.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
it's gone now.
You got rid of it.
Yeah.
But
I'm
you-
auctioning it off.
You are?
That's amazing.
I'm selling
Like
it
as
off.
like one set or
We're
lot
doing
or
it in two
whatever?
different auctions. We just had the first auction, and now they're doing another one in the spring. All of my toys and
Whoa.
collectibles and stuff.
It's
Wait, is
really
that-
it's more major than you
I'm
know.
not. It's kind of freeing.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice to purge. If you've had a collection of something, and I've had it practically my whole life,
Wow.
it's kind of nice to unburden yourself with stuff.
And then not to be like looking for the next thing you should add and
That's when I knew it was time for me to let it go, is because I had stopped doing that. I
oh
wasn't really engaged in the collection
Right.
anymore. I wasn't hunting stuff down, and I wasn't, going to, flea markets or going on eBay and stuff. And I realized, I think I've it's just became stuff on my walls. and
Yeah.
things. So I was like, it's time for someone else to enjoy this.
yeah, and that's the thing always. Somebody will love to
Oh,
have
yeah.
of it. Yeah.
And you're never the owner of stuff. You're just kind of the caretaker for a while. And,
Right.
And you're moving on. So,
Isn't that fascinating?
That's cool.
but I had it for the better part of my life. I had that collection. Yeah. And it
Is
was,
there any like one piece you're gonna
I left
keep?
it. I kept a few little pieces
Yeah.
from my childhood where I first
Yeah.
fell in love with that TV show and that character that I said, this is like stuff like my mom gave me and things that
Yeah.
have sentimental value above and beyond just, a Batman collection. So
Right.
there's a few things.
Yeah.
And you must have things autographed too.
I kept
Yeah.
some of the stuff that Adam signed for me and stuff because we became friends,
Oh wow.
in his later life for about a decade. So he gave me stuff that he signed and the special stuff that I'm holding on to.
Let me ask you a question.
Cool.
Do you think it'd be weird if I had a collection of Ralph Garman, like if I had a museum of Ralph Garman stuff in my house?
Weird?
Would you be flattered or would you be creeped out?
By you?
Yeah.
Creeped out. Yeah. If it was someone else, probably not. It'd probably be flattering. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. But you, yeah, that'd be weird.
So how do you think Adam West feels knowing that you had his face everywhere in your house? Do you think he felt how you feel about me?
No, he liked me. We were
Sarah-
actually friends.
Sarah, can you protect me on this?
I-
You protected the hermaphrodites. Can you protect me?
Oh boy.
You were so quick.
Intersexed.
You were so quick
Intersexed.
to protect the intersex.
And I apologize.
You
It
could-
was obviously a tasteless joke, and I did not do it on purpose. It was a mistake.
Oh,
I forgot the proper term.
You're trying to
I
uncancel yourself?
you can't cancel something that doesn't exist. You think my career is going to suffer because I said the wrong thing? I'm uncancelable.
Is that true?
Yes.
Well, this is an interesting segue. We have a new
boy.
segment on the show we just started.
Called You're Canceled.
It's called the Cup of Cancellation.
Oh
And
no.
this is really exciting. So you get to go in the cup, and you get to. You don't have to participate if you don't want to. But we would call you. What's the nice word for like pussy? Like a nice. What's a kinder word?
For pussy?
Yeah, like you're pussy.
Coward?
Coward.
Feel something not gendered. Thanks,
Oh.
Taylor.
I don't think pussy is. Pussy comes from pussycat. It might. I believe so.
Scared is
Don't
like a
be
little
stupid.
cat.
Can you? I swear, I'm not even trying to be a smartass. Can we fact check this?
Go back to Wikipedia?
I think it comes from "Don't be a pussycat."
Like, don't be a scaredy cat? Like, don't-
Yeah. I honestly think that.
I don't know.
But and pussycats have penises too, sometimes. About half
This is
of
true.
them. Anyways, a lot of anatomy lessons here on Almost Alpha. So the way this works is you go in the cup, and then you pull out.
The doctor said. They sent me into a room with some porn.
Oh my god! Oh, I did the other kind of cup thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
I always go to IVF because it was so traumatic for me. We had our kids IVF, and it was a long, arduous process. Whenever I think
bet.
go in the cup, it just I'm hearkened back to the days where I had to embarrass myself in a cold, sterile office.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
It was awful.
Have you ever done a pee test and you did the wrong thing accidentally? You forgot.
I'm sorry, what now?
Brother.
Have you? Have you ever done like a urine test?
And you gave
then,
them blood by accident?
What?
'Cause
That's not what I
someone
meant.
punched you in the kidneys?
Is that what comes out when you look at porn? Ralph? Is that what you're saying?
Are you saying that you accidentally orgasmed into a cup while you were supposed to give a urine
I'm
sample?
asking if that's what you did.
No.
How,
Every time I was supposed to give a sample, I gave them the exact thing they asked for.
can I tell you, my friend did this recently. Like back in the day, like in the movies, I've never been, but in the movies and like whatever they show, like a room with the magazines or VHS tapes, of
Right.
Inappropriate things.
Those are all real. I can vouch for it.
My buddy went recently. Now there's like it's digital, and you select with a nice person which movies you want to see on the
That sounds
computer.
horrible though, because then
It
you have
sounds-
to like you have to do it with the person.
That's what my friend said.
They have a concierge for
That's
porn at the
awful.
IVF office?
So you have to be like, whatever's the most normal one, I'll have that one. What wouldn't be offensive to you right now? I'll take that one.
Yeah, right. How do you get your kink on when you got somebody in a lab coat there standing next to you?
They really
And there's like a recording of which one you selected.
True. They put that in your permanent record.
Ugh.
they really
No.
should just be like, you got a phone, right? Can we just not make this weird?
Right,
You have
right.
the internet.com on your phone. I did a blood test the other day, and then you had to do a pee test also, but I forgot to like not pee before. I knew not to eat before the blood test, but I
Right.
didn't think don't pee before I. So I had to sit there for like
Like drink a bunch of water.
45
and
minutes
eat.
just chugging water while
Mm.
people were walking in the room, hopefully peeing. I don't know what they were doing. Maybe I don't know what they do at Quest Diagnostics, but
all kinds of stuff.
I also
probably.
fainted during the blood test.
You did? Is that normal for you?
I thank you for being surprised that I'm a fainty person. I
Yeah.
really appreciate that.
She's the only one here.
Why weren't you like shocked as well?
I'm surprised you didn't pass out during the urine sample.
I have fainted peeing one time, honestly.
You did?
That was a real thing. I was at a lady's house, and it's not a great story. But I think on people, it's the successful podcast, people tell the story. The
Bare
story,
your soul.
the instinct you have to not tell the story in public, you have to fight that hardcore and run through it.
It's all
That's how
about
you become a podcaster like Ralph Garman. You have to like go,
giving of yourself.
why would I tell this story in public? We'll talk about this later. No, I'm going to tell this right now, and now I'm going to practice that.
Good for you.
I was at a nice.
Thanks for walking us through the process.
I
too.
know. I really like
A lot of people
seeing
just would have
it.
gone into the story, but it's
I'm just sharing my feelings and the little bit inside break the fourth wall of my heart and
Yeah.
soul.
you get it. There's a lot to fill.
I was at
What
a, I was
big
at a
show.
nice lady's house, and then
Hey, all right, time out. Nice lady's house. What are we supposed to take from that? This
It's
is a woman in your neighborhood who gave out cookies. Is this
there
someone?
may have been cookie, but
Was this a caretaker? Nice lady house gives us nothing.
trying to stay classy. This was several years ago in my life,
This
and
was
I
a
was late.
prostitute.
Not, I don't think so. I don't know what she's been up to. I don't think
Whoa,
so.
I don't
Was this a-
think so.
Was this
I
a
don't-
date?
I'm not- I'm
This
not
was a
trying to-
date then?
It was a date.
Okay.
She wasn't a prostitute then. I haven't checked it on her. I'm being sex worker positive, Sarah. I'm being sex worker positive. She might be now,
Yeah,
and it's a
she's
beautiful
not
thing.
listening.
I don't think she is, but if she is, it's a beautiful thing. I'm
So let's start with
So
you're on
I
a
wa-
date and you're at this girl's
I woke
house.
up the next day, but I drank
Instead of a nice
alcohol.
lady's
I'm a
house.
lightweight. I didn't drink water. I don't know. I did something wrong, and then I'm peeing, and then I'm not proud of this story, but I saw blood in my, and that's what I remember.
Oh,
And then I fainted, and then I woke
Betty
up.
is waking up for this. Just so you know, she's worried now.
Betty, it's okay, Betty. This
are.
is before you were alive.
Is
And
it your blood?
I saw my and then I like fainted like thud, and then I woke up, and I was in a pool of blood.
Holy crap!
This is
What?
as crazy as I'm making this sound, and I had blood everywhere. Like it's like crazy, and I was like I thought I got like I looked like I had like stabbed or something. I was like, what? I
But
thought
you
like,
weren't in pain.
I thought I wasn't laughing.
Right. But you didn't feel like, oh, pain is coming from
Somewhere.
somewhere.
I was.
I've injured
I
myself.
just hurt my. I'm in pain, but I'm in shock. And
Yeah.
I'm confused and I'm woozy, and but I thought that I hit my head, and it was just literally pool of blood. I've never seen more blood in my life. And then this is the first time you've ever looked like you cared about me. Thank you, Ralph.
This is terrifying.
And then but it turned out my elbow. I hit my elbow. It came from my elbow, so it could have been worse, you know. And it just got everywhere. But I'm at this nice lady's house, and I said I'm just gonna go pee, BRB. You know, between be right back.
Wait,
Oh,
well,
oh,
so you were
okay.
passed out and had bled that much, and well, maybe she
But
thought
I
you
just-
were like going to the bathroom.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like a bad look no matter what. So this is like within a minute. So I don't think I was on the. I
You
was
weren't out for that long.
I don't think I was
Oh.
out for that long, but like a minute or two, you know. And then I woke up with the blood, and then I'm just like trying to. This is not like a nice lady that I've known a long time, you know. So I'm not like, hey, just
Gather.
blood, you know. It's a new.
Well, the fact you keep calling her a nice lady
I
makes me think
know.
you guys aren't really close.
It's like a newer nice lady in my life, and so then I'm trying to clean up the blood, but I don't know if you ever clean up blood off it's like it's toilet paper. It's not the easiest thing, and like then
No.
I'm flushing the
That's why they always get
toilet,
caught.
and then but then like at every flush but then with every flush I'm like, she thinks there's some weird stuff going on in here. Like there's no
She wasn't wrong.
there's nothing. Very true, Sarah. But it's just there's no good like blood is probably the
Yeah.
best thing. Like what actually happened is probably the least embarrassing thing. We're all human beings with natural things that happen, but I'm just trying to clean up blood and like, and then after like,
But you weren't concerned that you fainted, or you faint enough that it was like,
I'm honestly more concerned that I'm embarrassed.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not proud of this thought, but but like, but I'm so after like 10 minutes, she's like, are you okay in there? That's not fun to have a woman say to you, you know, and. Anyways, and then
I think it was the first time that night she said that, though. Are you
Ralph.
okay?
Ralph.
I
Anyways, but then
started at dinner.
why would she say that at dinner, Ralph?
You tell me. I'm sure at one point in the conversation she leaned in and said, "Are you okay?" Because I've said that to you regularly over coffee.
And I
Starbucks.
appreciate that. Thank you, Ralph.
Yes.
You just admitted that you've hung out with me in public. How does that make you feel?
Once. Once.
But anyways, I alphaed up and I told her what happened. I cleaned up the blood enough, but her dog was sniffing around a
Oh,
lot.
no.
So I said I just wanted to share what happened. And probably if I didn't think that she thought I was pooping a bunch, I wouldn't have said anything.
Yeah.
Right. You
But-
picked the least embarrassing.
So I said, I
Scenario.
want you to know that like I bled, I fainted and bled a lot, and she was like, it's okay. She was very cool about it.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't know why I told you that story, but so this is the cup of cancellation.
I really don't
Would either of you
know.
like to participate? You
Oh
know,
yeah.
so what
I'm
you
all
do
in.
is you reach in and then you pull, and you're allowed to not pick one. You're allowed to go, I want to do a different one, but you only can do that once.
Wait, but what do? You read it?
You have to read it and confidently give a 30-second speech of what you have to confidently hold on to the
God.
belief that you say here.
This sounds like it's not for me, but I'll try.
I mean, you don't have to do it if you're gonna be but the pussycat word, did we decide where it comes
Did
from?
we do the origin of pussy?
Yeah, we looked it up. It's actually offensive.
Why is it offensive?
It doesn't come from.
It doesn't come from cats.
Oh,
Oh, it comes
Mm.
from the body part.
yeah, the female body part.
Well,
that's
listen,
correct,
I
Julie.
Offensive
I
on
was
several
wrong.
levels.
You know what? I'm alpha enough to admit that I was wrong, and I stand corrected. And thank you for educating me and on our viewers and listeners.
I'm impressed you didn't faint when they told you that fact. I voted for sure.
Ralph.
This is just acting. It's just acting.
It's acting.
We're going to take a topic and then we're going to
We're gonna
pretend to
stand
be a
by it.
You have to give a
person.
30-second speech
Yeah,
and
pretend to be a person who believes
can I
it.
just say
It's just
why?
acting. My fear is, though, it's going to exist on the interwebs and then someone's going to cut out
That's
that
what
Right.
I'm
piece.
saying,
That's the
And
goal.
then that's going to go.
better be
That's the
careful,
goal.
That's
Ralph.
the goal.
Yeah, he's trying to cancel you, Ralph.
But here's
Be
the thing.
careful.
Here's the thing. I know one guy who's canceled. He just sold out Madison Square
Yeah,
Garden.
I know.
I
Nobody's
know
really
another guy who's
canceled.
canceled, and then he just hosted Saturday Night Live. And
You know what,
and
Dave
I-
Chappelle?
no, he never got canceled.
Shane?
Shane
Well,
Gillis. I'm just
yeah.
saying I'm doing you a
I think I
mitzvah.
canceled from Saturday Night Live
Right.
and then was brought back to host Saturday Night
Oh,
Live.
you're done.
She wants to go back to her dad.
So the point is, like, I'm doing you a mitzvah, as we say. So you don't have to participate if you don't want to have
What if
superstardom. I understand.
Can I pull one out, and if I don't read it, then choose not to participate?
Yeah, yeah, we can't use
wanna
that
be a
word anymore.
coward.
It's America. You can do it.
Yeah, you're right.
There's
Thanks,
no rules.
Ralph.
Not
here. You
anymore.
don't have to abide by
Not
them.
anymore.
Whatever.
I know this guy.
Exactly.
Not anymore. I don't know. That was the old America.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
But anyways,
You're not the one in charge.
Why does it
but you
look
have to
like
give a
it was-
confident speech. You can't
It
act.
was written by like a deranged third grader.
Yes.
That's my handwriting.
This
Is
is
it really?
Son of Sam. This is like Son of Sam quality scribbling. This is something the police
Is
could
that
investigate.
really your handwriting?
Okay, this is not going as
I thought you would have nice handwriting.
Okay.
You play the piano.
Seriously,
Right.
look at that.
Right.
No, it's
It's psychotic.
it's unhinged.
All right, let's stay on topic.
You need a team,
I
forensic
Yeah.
pathologist,
I have a lot of
to
things I
sit
need help.
down with you,
Right.
and figure out what this is all about.
Sir, would you focus?
Okay.
But you can't half-ass it though. You have
By the
to-
way, your cup of cancellation or whatever it is some weak ass shit.
But that's the point.
Oh, okay, good.
Ralph, that's the
that
point.
goes well for me.
It's
then.
silly.
silly goose time, okay? The point is
This isn't going to get me canceled.
but you have to give a confident speech like you're trying to you're on a Joe Rogan podcast giving us
I
confident.
will get
Oh.
less canceled if I do this.
Do you want to do a different one?
No, this is fine. I'm going to just play your game. I'm just telling you it's weak. This is a weak game. That's all I'm saying. Here's my
Notice
conf-
you said weak game and not like pussy game, Taylor.
I didn't
here's
know.
here's my passionate speech about this
Thank
topic
you.
that came out of your cup of cancellation.
Thank you.
Yes. I firmly believe that it should be completely okay to throw my trash out the window of my car while I'm driving.
Mm.
Let's
Wow.
face it. There are people whose job it is to clean up garbage on our highways and byways in America. Who am I to take that job away from them? They've obviously chosen a career that's meaningful to them, which is to pick up my garbage. If I don't throw garbage out my window, what are they going to do? Sit around lollygagging, perhaps having a cigarette by the side of the road, which then they will probably put out on the same road that they're supposed to be cleaning? I find this unacceptable. This pressure I feel in America to keep my trash inside my car. Is the inside of my car any less special than the outside of the road that you're driving on? I think not. I think my car deserves the same consideration that your highways do. So I'm going to keep my garbage outside of my car and make sure that those powerful and brave men and women who clean up our highways have something to do and feel like their lives are fulfilled.
Oh my
Thank
god. Wow.
I'm convinced.
You're gonna host the Oscars next year.
Yeah, I am.
Wow.
There
On
you
the
go.
Litterbug platform.
I'm the only
Wow.
pro Litterbug party member running for Senate this year.
Wow, Ralph. You know what's so great about Ralph? He's like so cranky, and he's like, "Oh, fine, I'll do you stupid thing," and then he's like, he knocks it out of the park, and he's still angry about it.
Yeah, I'm not happy. I'm not
Sarah,
happy about it.
Do you want to try it? You
Wanna
don't
do
have.
one
to.
of these?
I'll
They're
look
really
at it.
soft. They're really
Yeah, I'll
weak.
try. Mine's gonna be terrible. Watch.
Is the N-word one in here? Did we take it
Oh,
out?
boy.
It's out. It's not there.
Should we put it back in?
It's in your pocket.
Careful, everybody.
Uh-oh.
And looking in the camera and take this seriously. And you can't smile. You have to like mean it.
Can I just step in for a minute with a technical thing?
Oh yeah,
I
thank
just
you.
want to drop this down a little bit.
Oh,
so
thanks.
Thank
you
you.
get to
Thank
see
you,
her
producer
pretty
Ralph.
face.
Thank you.
You don't get future commissions on the show.
I don't want any. Future commissions?
Producer Josh works.
What's the estimate on when you start actually making coin on
Producer
this
Josh. was offered financial compensation or a percentage of the show and future earnings.
Future earnings.
And
And he opted for
thank,
future earnings?
Thank God he took future earnings.
Yeah, I think I made a mistake.
You think? So, okay, Sarah Baker getting canceled. Here we go. She's canceling herself to help her career.
Wait, to help my career.
Yeah, she needs help. Let's go.
Oh boy.
Why would you do this otherwise? Like, no one who's killing it would do this.
You probably shouldn't pull that thread too far. We're
You're a
just gonna
superstar.
leave.
You're a
Yeah.
superstar.
We're both
Okay.
wondering why we would do this.
I don't know why you're
Definitely.
here, honestly.
Okay. Look. I think when you think about it, they're cats and they're dogs. We have a dog in the room right now.
Yeah.
A lot of people are allergic to dogs and cats, but there are a lot of people like me that are more allergic to cats. I think the only way we could possibly curb this issue of people having severe allergies to cats, which can cause death,
Mm.
is to eat all the cats.
What?
If we were to eat all the cats in the world, we'd be disgusted, but we'd be full. Children, adults, and seniors alike would be safe from the plagues of allergies. And we'd probably put some big pharmaceutical company that sells allergy pills out of business. In conclusion, eat cats.
Good Lord, you really appeal this. You think it should be legal to eat cats?
No, I don't.
Not only legal, she's encouraging it.
Sarah.
I'm allergic to cats. I would probably die if I ate a cat.
I too. I'm deathly allergic to cats.
You are?
Yeah.
Is that true, though? If you're allergic to them, you can't eat them also?
Well, I don't know.
Can we check this out?
Never really thought
You
about
gotta
it.
skin them first, then you can eat them. I think.
It's-
Yeah,
it's just the
probably
hair.
the fur
Just
and the hair and the
dander.
skin. Yeah.
Dander.
Have you ever eaten a cat?
Oh, what?
I don't know. You seem You seem like you really want to. I just heard you give a whole speech about why you want to eat a
I
cat.
don't know how your own bit works.
I'll do one.
Oh, all right.
Oh, you're gonna do one?
Taylor
Oh God, I hope
Williamson.
you don't get the one
Act.
that I. Oh wait, did I put it back in there?
Put it back in. But
Oh brother.
if you're allergic to cats, will you die if you
What
eat
would
them?
happen if I ate one?
It's unlikely to cause immediate death, but it could potentially trigger an allergic reaction.
Huh.
Oh.
I think cat allergies are normally to the fur dander, so I doubt it would impact you if you ate the meat.
Right.
Oh, the meat.
Okay. Which camera do I go in? This one? Okay. That's a weak one.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
boy.
Who came up with these?
You wrote it.
You're like, I can't read this handwriting. Oh.
Okay. Okay. Hi, everybody. I think that children should be forced to try cigarettes in school. I think that smoking. I'm not a fan of smoke. I've never smoked a cigarette, but I've been called a lot of names for not doing so. Like, people don't respect somebody who's never done it. Like, I didn't drink alcohol for a long time, and people don't respect it. They respect someone who used to drink alcohol, made a lot of bad decisions, destroyed their lives and other people's lives, but then came through it on the other end. They don't do it anymore. People want to hang out with that guy, but they don't want to hang out with the guy who's like, I've never tried it before. It hurts you socially. It hurts you in business. I think children in school should be forced to try cigarettes. And then, because smoking, it is cool. And I got bullied for not being cool. And if I had smoked cigarettes, I would have been cool. I wouldn't have been put in trash cans. It's dangerous. Trash cans. So if you get put in a trash can and no one's out there to take you out of the trash can, you could be put in the dumpster. And if the dumpster could be put in the trash compactor, and it could lead to deaths. Teaching kids to smoke cigarettes will save lives, and it'll help the tobacco industry. And
God, that's what we all want.
you agree? Thank you. Like, because there's it is an industry that's sad, but there's people who they pay their mortgages off of it, and there's children who need the houses to exist. And they're gonna go home. These people will go homeless.
Yeah,
And Ralph agrees.
I do.
And Ralph,
Can't exist without a house. We all know that.
did you guys smoke cigarettes in high school? I bet that.
I
I
smoked one
dabbled.
before I got here.
See,
You
like,
smoke?
I do.
see,
You do.
I know. I'm the
You
last
lucky
one.
duck.
I'm the last one.
you fucking see. Wow. See.
Did you used to smoke and quit?
Not if my mom's listening to this.
Listen, I'm not cool. I want to be cool. Let's make more cool kids. let's force kids to smoke cigarettes and God bless America. You guys, this is great. We did it. This show's
What
going
happened?
great, don't you think?
Sure.
Yeah, that's fine.
And-
Now you know it's going well because you have to ask that question.
That was a very Taylor thing, though.
Yeah.
I mean, so you could be having a conversation with Taylor, and he'd be like, "This is going great."
We're having fun, aren't we?
I do that.
Exactly.
I check in real life also.
Yeah, you do. This is nice, isn't it? This coffee we're having?
She liked me, right? You
Yeah.
think she liked me? Did I say anything weird?
That was a good conversation, wasn't it?
Sarah, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
You live outside your body constantly.
Yeah.
Just
that's true.
hovering over yourself, monitoring.
He's a
You're a
ghost
ghost.
writer of his own life. Whoa.
Sarah, can I ask you a question?
Problem solved.
Yeah.
How alpha have you been recently? Have you done anything super alpha?
Recently?
Have you had an alpha experience recently?
Okay, I was thinking about this, and the only thing I could think of happened a really long time ago.
Just pretend it happened recently.
Okay,
Just
recently,
say like on Tuesday.
but you've seen my car and you know it's not a recent purchase.
Sarah, can you we'll
Oh,
cut out
okay.
that part? It's
Okay.
recently, Sarah.
Recently, I bought a new car,
Oh, yeah?
2000 Honda Civic. Speaking of gambling, when I pull up onto sets and I'm parking next to really fancy cars, I'm like, what do they think? I don't think I come off as somebody who has like a drug, like an addiction issue. So I'm like, they must think she's like has a gambling problem. Because why does she still have a
What does she
2000
do with
Honda
her
Civic?
money?
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just not a car person. Anyway,
You know the
But when
Church of Scientology, fun fact, the parking lots, you'll never see really nice cars because they give all their money to the church.
yeah, that makes sense.
Fun fact.
Except
That's
for
your
the-
Church of Scientology fun fact.
I have other ones,
It's the only
but
time those words have ever been put in the
I
same
know.
sentence.
Exactly.
no, they were one of our sponsors.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Great.
Yeah, I'm trying to get cast in their commercials because I heard that they only cast non-members because they don't want in all the videos and tutorial whatever the introduction videos. I heard that they don't cast people who are in the church because they don't want them to be in the video and then leave the church and talk trash. So they hire just like actor. So I'm available for work if you're looking for.
I
a
heard they
guy.
only hire in house for that stuff.
Oh wait, that's probably
My
right.
friend did have an audition, and he was like, "I'm supposed to go to it's like called the Gold Base," and I was like, "Ah!" He didn't go.
Let's-
Anyway, that's a side note.
Well, he missed out. Thank you, churchofscientology.com.
You'll end up in a tanker in Long Beach, chained to a wall, eating vitamins.
Eating vitamins.
Yeah, that's their thing. They pump you full of vitamins. Anything goes wrong,
Oh,
you got to
right.
take a ton of vitamins.
Oh, that's
That
great.
cures everything.
Like
That
Flintstone,
and being clear.
Flintstone vitamins.
Yes, only Barneys though. Just a bunch of Barneys
Oh, that's lame. No disrespect
to
to.
Barney.
To Barney.
So what? You got a car?
I'm sorry. Yes.
Oh yeah.
car.
Oh yeah. No, just that was the one time I like really prepared. I really researched, and my boyfriend, at the time, he's still my boyfriend, but I mean, anyway.
No one says at the time if they're not
I
still
know,
with
I
that
don't know why I
person.
said it like
you,
that.
Al.
Well, I mean, I guess at the time we were newer in our relationship. We're still together, so now we've been together a long time. My
Yeah.
partner, I'd probably call him now.
Gotcha.
Anyway, he was like amazed.
They work at a law firm now.
He was amazed at how tough I was with the car salesman
Mm.
guy
Nice.
because I only had confidence because I'd really researched. So I felt like I knew what I was talking about, and I didn't want to get rooked. So I was.
Rooked?
Hey, language.
Is that a bad word?
Language, young lady. Jeez.
Is that a word? That's a bad word. Is that a word?
Well, it's
Yeah,
probably
it
one of
is.
those words that has like a dodgy origin. Actually, I don't
Chess?
know what it means.
No, it's a real word.
Some chess.
Oh, maybe it is just from
I
chess.
believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were about to talk trash.
No. I was to say it is offensive if it's 1940. I think someone would be offended by that. But I think you're good now. I think you're pet.
So, but
Past
you were
the
like
date.
you like talked. He was giving you the business.
Yeah.
And you rooked him.
No,
I
she
didn't
want to
rook
be
him.
rooked.
I didn't
Oh,
wanna
he was
get
trying
rooked.
to rook
Yes,
you.
uh-huh.
So you rooked him.
No, I
a
just.
rook shield.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So you queened him.
Maybe. I don't play chess.
The queen's the most powerful.
Yeah, that I know. Yeah.
Well, good for you. But do you
Thanks.
remember what he said? Like, was he trying to take advantage of you? Like,
Well,
with your
yeah,
woman?
trying to get you to add extra things, and then they try to get you to do the financing through them, and then you're like,
Yeah.
okay, well, let's keep talking about the price, and then you get the price to where you want it, and then you're
Yeah.
like, I don't need financing, I already have financing.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff like that.
But you got unkind?
No.
Oh.
Well, I don't think so. I'm sure it was a little firm.
Okay. Sarah, we're gonna have to retape your alpha story, but
So I guess
I
what
think that's
I'm showing
alpha.
is I'm not super alpha.
Y-
I feel like I'm like a busybody, which can sometimes become alpha-ish.
yeah,
But I'm not really. I'm kind of externally go with the flow, internally cuckoo.
I understand. We don't have a lot in common. It's okay. Some of us are more alpha than others. It's okay, but you're a
Dear
wonderful
Lord.
person.
Thank you.
Ralph, how alpha have you been recently, pal?
I'm getting more alpha as I get older.
Interesting.
I think that's normal.
I think so
'Cause
too.
you have more confidence. You know
And-
what you want.
and you know you have less time on
Yeah.
the planet, so you give a shit less
Yeah.
because you've had an ass full of
Yeah.
everybody by this point in your life.
Whoa.
And I find myself, and I think it's a good thing because I think that the current disintegration of our society is largely caused by assholery that's going unchecked,
Yeah.
that people aren't being called out on their bullshit enough. And I find myself more and more, when I'm up against unacceptable behavior, getting in people's faces about it, strangers.
I like
And it makes everyone connected to me very uncomfortable.
I love that.
My
Wait, do you have
wife
an
and my
example?
friends and stuff, they get very tense because they know I'm looking for opportunities to go off on people. I was at a concert recently. There
Oh,
was
I
a
love
woman in front of me who was about a foot shorter than I was. And she was in the row in front of me. And she picked up her cell phone, holding it horizontally, and proceeded to hold it over her head
Yes, no.
and
absolutely.
record the show. It was the first song of the concert. So she's a foot shorter than me, so her cell phone is here in front of my face. And I'm doing this. And I'm like, okay, the first song, she's excited to see the act. I'll give her a song. Second song. Third song.
No.
Recording
absolutely
the whole goddamn concert on her phone. So I finally leaned in and I said, and I tried to do it firmly but politely
Yeah.
the first time. I said, I'm sorry, but I can't see the show if you do that. Okay? Nothing. She just kept doing it. So the second time, I lose a little politeness and I just up the firmness. And I go, hey, put your phone down. I can't see the show.
Yes.
Now she sits down, crosses her arm, and starts
Oh,
to
boy.
pout because I've called her out. And I'm like, you're not making me feel bad.
You're like, great. I can see
Sit there
perfectly
all
now.
night. That'd be great. So after one of the songs where she's sitting, I applaud, and she goes, "That's too loud. How now you're bothering me? How about that?"
Yeah.
And I'm not even going to play her game.
No.
So she gets up and turns around to me, and she goes, "I paid for these seats just like you." And I said, "I know. So why don't you turn around and watch the fucking concert?" And she said, "I just got out of the hospital."
Oh, geez.
And that caught me completely off guard
Yeah.
because I was like, that's not a response I expected anyone to say. Does she think that gives her carte blanche just to put cameras in people's faces and just do whatever she wants at a concert because she came out of a hospital? I didn't understand how her position was strengthened by her saying that to me. And I was literally taken aback. And I said, I can't fight this fight anymore.
So what do
Yeah.
you say?
The problem was I was taken by surprise.
Right, that's not
so
fair.
I didn't think of what I could say in response because I was stunned.
Right.
On the drive home, it's one of those things, I was like,
Yeah.
would you like to go back in?
Right.
I mean, there's a million things you could say to
Oh.
someone who said just came out of the hospital. Was it a mental hospital? I mean, there's a lot of things that I could have said, but I didn't come up with anything.
You know what Sarah Baker
I think that's
said?
for the best.
Yeah, probably.
You know what she-
Because I got to the point where it's like, okay, does the night then become just
Yeah,
about this
exactly.
back and forth interaction?
Ruining your time,
Is
too.
this going to be my concert experience? And I said, no, I'm not going to do that happen. But she didn't put the phone back up again, so
And were you with your lady?
I was, yeah.
And how did she feel about it?
Tense. She was tense.
And whose side was she on?
Mine,
Right.
but like a normal, kind person, she doesn't like confrontation.
Right.
She
Yeah.
doesn't like getting in people's face. She would rather suffer than call somebody out on their stuff and have to deal with the confrontation. And I think most people who are nice and kind feel that way. They're like, oh, I don't want to have that negativity. I don't want to get into that issue with someone. I'd rather just bear it. And I think that's why these people keep doing what they do, because not enough people yell at them.
Well, it's true, and because people think there's some like standard here that of human beings, of civil society that we should all keep to, but those people are already not doing that.
Right, and
Yeah.
they need to be reminded
Yeah.
in a strong way. And I don't know if they're going to change their behavior, but I think if enough people confronted them on their behavior, some of it would have to seep in. I don't think that woman will go to a concert again and put her phone in front of somebody's face without. She
At
may
least
still do
thinking
it, but she'll
about
be
it.
thinking about
Yeah.
it.
You did it Batman style, vigilante justice.
Vigilante justice.
Because the cops aren't taking care of us.
No, they're
taking
not.
Care of us,
They're
and you
not.
did it, and you
Yeah.
changed the course of history because she probably does that every concert she goes to.
I'm the pebble in the pond
Yeah.
that causes the ripple, Taylor.
You really
Wow.
are.
That's what I am.
And you did what you did what had to be done. You know what Sarah Baker would have said if she's like, I just got out of the hospital. She would have been like, well, I played a nurse 5 times.
So there.
Let me know if you need anything.
Here's your buzzer.
My thing, I've talked about this on the show before, but it's one of my passions. I can't stand. I went to Starbucks, and then I went to pay in the drive-thru,
Mm-hmm.
and I went to pay, and they go, "Oh, the woman in front of you paid for you."
Oh.
I get rage
Rage?
What?
because it's like and then they're like, "Do you want to keep it going?"
Oh, the pay it forward thing.
I hate it because it's fake. I did something good. It was during the fires time. It's someone going, I didn't volunteer. I didn't donate money, but you know what? I did.
You don't know that.
I do know it. She's acting like I paid, and like I'm the guy. They see my Prius. They're like they see one guy by himself.
Uh-huh.
They're like, he's rich. He's probably going to Nobu for lunch. He's probably just coming here for coffee on the way there. He doesn't have a family with him. He's just getting a coffee.
They got all that from your Prius, did they? Fascinating.
They're like, that lonely man won't have an expensive order.
Well, they know he's probably rich.
Is your Prius?
He's
Is it
probably
coated with
rich.
gold?
They know that like he's.
Is it a jewel encrusted Prius?
They know he probably drives a limo, but he's just trying to stay casual today because there's a lot of sad stuff going on. In
Like
the
you're
city.
the driver of a limo.
Yeah, that's not a brag, Taylor. If you're in the backseat of a limo, that's the good thing. If you're in the front
but
seat
you own
driving the
it.
limo, you're not doing so well.
But you own it.
No, the guy usually who's driving the limo doesn't own it. He's getting $18 an hour to take you to Starbucks
Do you know
And
what?
he has to wear a suit all day.
and a little cap, a
No,
jaunty
I'm-
little cap.
But I'm not wearing this suit. Do you know any poor person who owns a limo? No,
I
you don't know one.
Any person who owns a
Yeah,
limo.
you don't hang out
Full
with rich people
stop.
like me. He's probably rich. He probably owns a limo,
Sure,
but
you
he's not
drive
in
one.
it. He's trying not to show off. That's how she's thinking, because that's this kind of person who is, I'm gonna give money. I'm gonna pay.
But she paid for your order.
Yeah, because she knew I didn't have a lot. So then it's like, do you want to pay it forward? And I look behind me. There's a soccer mom with 12 kids in the back. Do you want to pay forward? I'm like, no. I pulled a Ralph Garman.
Did you say no?
Yes. I'm stopping. I stopped the pay it
Finally,
forward.
someone putting an end to kindness.
Yes.
Thank God.
What a
Someone
hero.
has the
I
strength
do
to
good.
put their foot down and say, no, too much kindness in
But
this
Stops
world.
with me.
But can I
That's
tell you, my instinct, I was like, what can I do though? Because I feel I don't want to take advantage of. I don't have that instinct. But I'm protecting the rest of society in Burbank.
Oh, I didn't realize you're being a hero.
I'm being a hero, but what I said is I was looking for cash. I wanted to give $10 to the employee of Starbucks because that's how my redirection of positive energy, whatever. But I didn't have cash, and then I said, "Do you guys have a Venmo?" And he's like, "I can't take Venmo," and then I was like, "Oh, thank God." So then I left and I got a free coffee, but then I came back again and I gave cash the next time I was there. So
I will say, in your defense,
thank you, lawyer.
I do find it a little bit aggressive that it becomes like an endless loop of then you're not really doing, you're just like part of a chain reaction
Yes.
that's happening. I mean, it's not a bad thing, but it is a little bit like aggressive.
And also, why am I'm just getting a iced matcha latte. By the way, they changed their recipe.
Oh no.
It used to be all sugar, and now it's like the sugar-free one because they got a lot of pushback.
How's that working out for you?
I like it, but I'm spending too much money on this stuff. But I don't choose to. I am rich,
Sure.
but
I've all seen your limo.
Please don't talk about like.
I
Love your hat. You look so good in that
Yeah.
hat.
No, I don't have the outfit. I own the limo.
Well, you shouldn't be driving it then. You should get a driver. If
Have
you're gonna have a limo, you got to get a driver.
He
Taylor.
like runs to the front, drives a few feet, then runs to the back, takes a few pictures, then runs to the front. Takes him hours to get anywhere.
Can I tell you? We have to get out of here. But can
I know you're being kind at the Starbucks situation, but this altercation you had with the employee there. It took 20 minutes while people are behind you in the line trying to get their freaking lattes. Do you think you're helping the situation?
I did help the situation. I was the Batman in an odd way. I did the right thing, and my intention was to redirect because they're not tipping this. No one tips the staff at Starbucks because the app is really unfriendly to tipping and it's confusing. And I tipped when I came back. But can I tell you, one time I got hit at a comedy club in Chicago. I was at the Improv in Chicago, and then one time I sold really had the best weekend of my career. This is we'll say recently. It was like your story was recently.
Okay, great.
And they sent me to the airport in like a white stretch limo on the way back because the owner's this cool old Italian guy but I think he owns you know. Anyway, so that was like this is goofy and funny whatever. But that was like 10 years ago. And then but last time I was there like 2 years ago, they picked me up from the airport in this white stretch limo, and it's like legit like no joke like embarrassing. It's like truly embarrassing and bizarre. Like I'd rather take a Uber.
Yeah.
And then like they're like, where do you want to? There's a hotel and there's like a Shake Shack down the street, and it was like, and I wanted to go to the Shake Shack, but it was like far away. But I was embarrassed to be let out of the limo
At a Shake Shack?
at Shake Shack, and I just walk out of a white absurd like 1980s style like an outdated stretch limo. I'm so embarrassed. And then so I had him drop me off by the hotel, and I walked really far to
Can't
Shake
you just
Shack.
enjoy that? That sounds fun.
That's true.
Like
You
a
should try
goofy,
to.
like a
Yeah.
goofy, fun thing that happened unexpectedly in your life, and you get to drive around in a ostentatious limo. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy the absurdity.
Ralph, I'm trying to do an entertaining show here. I'm really grateful, and the guy was nice, and I took selfies and I sent it to a girl to impress her, and then I bled in her house. Okay, like, how do you think I got in that house, pal?
The limo,
Yeah.
the white
White
stretch limo.
limo.
You should have gone to Shake Shack, hanging out the moonroof at the top, just screaming at the top of your lungs, "Look at me! Shake Shack, I'm coming!"
That sounds weird.
Arriving, you're
I see.
on your way.
Do you know how I got the girl? I told her I owned the limo. Listen, guys. Thank you for being on Almost Alpha, the podcast.
This one's never going to go out, right?
Ralph Garman.
This is a practice one.
Check out the Ralph Report, one of the greatest podcasts in all of humanity.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then, what do you want to plug? What else do you want to plug? Oh my gosh, you have.
I don't know when's this going to be released. When's this going to escape?
Who knows? Within the next.
I'll be
month.
at the Laugh Factory in Covina on February 22nd with Kevin Smith, my buddy. We're doing a Hollywood Babylon show.
What do you have in like March?
March?
Yeah.
March is pretty open. You got something?
But check him out on tour with Kevin Smith for Hollywood Babylon, the Hollywood Babylon podcast with Kevin Smith.
Yes, exactly.
And Sarah Baker, do you want to plug anything? You're in all the movies and TV shows. You're on Young Sheldon.
Yeah, that's over.
That's over. Yeah.
But you can watch it on Hulu or something.
Well, it's too timely. I'm on that spin-off show. So Young Sheldon was a spin-off show. Now there's another spin-off show, and I'm on that.
Really Young Sheldon?
Teen Sheldon?
It's like Georgie and Mandy get
their
first
first
marriage. Yeah.
See, that's a Chuck Lorre thing, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's called Georgie and Mandy Get Their First Marriage?
No, I said it weird.
Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage.
And that's a spin-off of Young Sheldon?
Yeah,
Wow. And you're the same character?
I am. I mean, just one episode, but it's this week.
It's amazing.
That's Will Sasso, right? Isn't he also in
Yeah.
that?
Mhm.
Yeah, I've seen the spots. I haven't seen the show yet. Looks good.
Yeah.
Look at you guys. I'm so grateful that...
She's a real actress. She's had a career.
Well,
You too.
My
No,
God,
I
come on.
dabble, but I'm impressed by people like her who can
Oh, jeez.
build a career and consistently work and be great.
Okay, do me now.
You're very nice.
I'm impressed that you were able to find 3 chairs, 2 of which match.
He noticed that there was only 2, and he said, "We need 1, 2,
No.
3. We need another one."
crack producer that he is,
Yeah.
said, you know what? Let's have a chair for everybody. Let's go nuts this time.
That was very alpha of me before the show started.
Yeah.
There was 2 chairs, and I said we need 3.
Yeah.
I heard you barking at your crew.
I did this.
Yep.
Thank you for being here.
My pleasure.
Happy holidays, everybody. Merry
Happy
Christmas.
holidays.
This is going to air in a lot. It's going to take about a few years for this to get out there. But
When you're done with the good ones,
Yeah,
you'll burn
exactly.
off the
Roll
other
this one out.
episodes.
exactly.
I
Thank you,
understand.
everybody.
Thank you, Taylor.